Hi guys, this is a quick informal video on the movement standards for every single movement within the competition that you'll see. So the first one, if we go over, is the max gymnastics points. We have, for the max gymnastics points, our options are chin over bar, chest to bar, where the bar touches below the collarbone, and then a bar muscle up, each earning different amounts of points. So, you can see, full extension of the arms at the bottom of each rep, chin over the bar at the top for the chin over bar pull-ups, or below the collarbone for the chest to bar. You may do strict, kipping, or butterfly pull-ups. That's absolutely fine. And then with the muscle-ups, you must just show a clear support position before moving into the next rep. You don't have to hold it there, but we basically don't want you pressing through at the top of the muscle-up with your shoulders behind the line of the bar. So as you jump up to the muscle up, here, shoulders above or in front of the bar before moving into the next rep. That is your max gymnastics points. Next up we have the hang squat cleans. For these, you must show with your partner clear extension before you initiate the first hang squat clean reps, because these are synchronized. So you must hit this position before initiating the hang squat clean. Anywhere from below the waist or at the waist is suitable before moving under into a full squat, standing with your hips, knees locked out and your elbows in front of the bar before moving into the next rep. You may bounce or lower into every rep, but you must wait for the call of your rep from your judge in this position before moving into the next one. So the call will be made. Hit the squat, synchro at the top, rep. Stand, rep. That's your hang squat clean within the workout. You're then going to split up your ski erg, which is self-explanatory. We then have our max lift, our max hang clean lift. So that can be a hang power clean, muscle clean, hang squat clean for a 1 rep max. Same standards, you must pick the bar up, show clear full extension before initiating the lift, lowering as low as you need to, above the floor as long as the plates don't touch before moving into it. So it's a hang clean. You may hang muscle clean, hang power clean, or hang squat clean, but you must hold it in this back position with clear control until your judge gives you the down rep to be able to drop it. That marks your reps for that first event. Good, Gucci, let's move on. Next up we have our shuttle runs. So with the shuttles, at the start to end of every length, that's there, and then running back would be 2 lengths. You have to have 4 points of contact on the floor behind the tape at each side. That means 2 feet, 2 hands or fingers touching before you set off. And then, for example, if I'm running in to complete one of my lengths, 2 feet touching behind the line before I set off again. If, for example, I come across the line, I touch, 1 foot's in front, or I come across the line, everything's behind but only touch with 1 hand, that'll be a no rep, you'll be called back to do the length again. So make sure you cross the line fully for your shuttle runs, 4 points of contact before setting off. Once you've done your lengths and your partner goes, then you have to be waiting here with 4 points of contact before they set off on their shuttle runs as well. Moving into your synchronized burpee broad jumps, it is over 1 meter length where you'll be jumping, turning, jumping. The synchro is not when you jump or land, it is with your chest to floor here together. That's the synchro. Your both fingertips, both hands must be behind the line for each partner, but chest and head can be in front of it if need be. You jump up from your burpee, and you must take off from behind the line. So taking off from here, no rep. Behind the line, taking off from, but then I can land on or beyond the line. So on, beyond the second line, or even beyond that second line to initiate the second rep. Turn, fingertips behind, chest to floor with my partner, jump, feet behind, on or in front of the line. That is your synchronized burpee broad jump standard for event 2. We then move on to event 3. We have deadlifts. One person working at a time on the deadlifts. What we want is the bar starting on the floor, and we want a continual arm length throughout the rep range. So if you start with straight arms, you must keep straight arms throughout the deadlifts. As follows. Tap and go. Or if you really want to start with bent arms, you must maintain that arm length throughout. What we don't want to see is a lift, a rebend of the arms, and a push into the floor to utilize the bounce. Here, and up. Consistent arm length. I really exaggerated that there. Secondly, we want to see nice form, obviously, but then of the hips, knees, and body with the shoulders finishing behind the bar at the end of every rep. Before moving back down. You can touch and go those deadlifts, or you can drop and go. So pick up, drop, drop. They're split up as you need. We then have a synchro overhead lunge. You must start with your toes behind the assigned line, and it's going to be 2 lengths with your partner. Dumbbell must be held overhead, either locked out or with bent arms. As long as it's above head height, it cannot be rested on your head, and it can't be touching any other part of your body except your hand. When you lunge, you want the knee touching the floor here, and you can step through, or you can meet the feet. We're not requiring you to leave full extension at the top here. You can stay a little lower if you like, as long as when you cross the second line, you have to fully cross the final line, stand up fully, and hold this overhead until your partner meets you. The synchro is at the end of each length. At that point, you'd be allowed to drop, lift up into the next arm if you wanted, or once your partner's here, turn and initiate your next lunge length. The synchro, as I said, is when you finally cross the line and both of you are over the line with the dumbbells overhead there. If on the dumbbell lunge, you have a shuffle, so you take a lunge, little shuffle, and then a step, that will be counted as a no rep, and you'll be sent back to the start of your lunge. Finally, we have the wall walk. Once you've done your 2 dumbbell lengths, one person will wait here, as the other person will move down the end and begin their wall walk. Wall walk, feet must be against the wall, and there are standardized tape measurements. One will be standardized here, 5 feet from the wall. One will be 10 inches from the wall. There. You must have your hands over the line in front or on the tape in some way. So even fingertips if you need. Just both hands contacting the tape in some way. First thing is you must get both feet on the wall before those hands move back behind the tape. Both feet on the wall before they can move back behind. Now I can move them back. I can take the walk in, touch the tape with both hands. Pinkies is fine, palms is fine, straight hands is fine. Before you move back out, cross the line with your hands or on it before moving the feet and the chest down. After your wall walk set, gone all red, you're going to run back, tag your partner here, and that'll release them to their wall walk set right there. They're the standards. Pop a message with any questions.